This video is going to be on the TRI PRC 152 replica radio, and it's specifically going to be talking about the Scrambler feature. A mistake a lot of new people using this make is here by mistake if they have it in a pouch or something like that, because the cord or something like that, this moves very easy. They'll accidentally, it'll get moved to the LD for load or the CT for like cipher text on the real radio. And both of these enable the Scrambler feature, and it messes up the transmission. And to give you an example of it, I'm actually going to leave it off on the replica radio here, and I'm going to transmit a different radio, this one, that has it enabled because it's just easier to turn it off on the replica radio here, so you can see what it sounds like.
This is a transmission with two radios that have the proper scramble function on each radio.
When the Scrambler is enabled, it shows the CT on the screen. That would be like ciphertext for encryption on a real one. All right, I really apologize for the weird feedback that was coming through. But anyway, as you saw the example, you probably couldn't tell what I was trying to say, but I was trying to transmit through, and you could see how it just comes out as kind of like a gargled mess, you know, almost like barely hearing it, kind of like stuff you'd see on like some Hollywood movies where someone's not tuned in correctly or something like that. That's the feature that's on the radio. So like if you had multiple people using the same radio, if you're on the same frequency, you could just turn it on. It's all the same. When it comes to the Scramble feature, it is a relatively standard feature when it comes to ham radios. I'm not going to go and dive into legalities and go make licensed ham operators excited about all that. But there's 8 different Scramble settings, and there's certain times and places you can use them. I'll leave it at that. The Scramble setting on this radio, since it's just on or off, it's number 8. I've found that these Retevis RT87 radios have Scramble function. I'm planning on doing some videos on these. The second part of this video that I'm going to include is a lot of people have no desire to use that function. And a good way to kind of make it so you'll never enable it by mistake, that I actually had this radio set up for quite a while, is to get a 1.5 millimeter Allen key. You can see there's a little Allen key on the top of the switch here. You loosen it, this comes off. Then the bottom part of the switch comes off that enables that function. You can simply put the switch back on, and it's kind of only going to go on a little bit of one way, but the easiest thing is to just turn it off and match it back up with off. Then tighten this back on. Doesn't need to be super tight, it's very small. And then basically you're not going to be able to turn it on by mistake. You'd have to try really, really hard to turn it on. And then what that will also do is then if you're going to use this inside of a pouch, where a lot of them have like a bungee cord retention, it will allow you to squeeze the bungee underneath your volume and still have access to it. And it kind of like rides, the bungee will ride underneath and not interfere. So that's a good thing, at least I think. Anyway, hopefully this was found helpful. Probably most users already knew, but I figured since I've shared a fair amount of information about these radios over time, I would just continue, as it's a topic I've wanted to cover. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful.